Today we will be solving round 950 GCD sequence. You have an array consisting of exactly n positive integers. You create a new sequence B which is calculated using the GCD of adjacent elements of A. Okay, you need to determine whether it is possible to remove exactly one number from the array A so that the GCD sequence you find is non-decreasing, which means ascending order. Okay, so suppose you have this sequence 26, 12, 3, 36, 48. So the GCD sequence you get from this array is these two. GCD is 2. These two you get 6, here you get 3, here you get 3, here you get 12. So exactly what you have to do is, if you remove one number from this, the GCD sequence you get should be non-decreasing. Now there is a prefix suffix method to do this very easily. Now this was my array and the GCD sequence is this. Now I have an array suffix of Boolean values. Suffix of I stores whether does the array from ith index to last index provide an ascending GCD sequence, which means now currently this is my GCD sequence. So this is my maximum suffix such that it is sorted. So that means if I choose this big suffix, then my GCD sequence is sorted, which means for my suffix Boolean array, the values for the last 4 elements will be true and the values of the first 2 elements will be false. Again, suffix of I denotes that the subarray from ith index to nth index gives me an ascending GCD sequence. Okay, so for this array, this will be false, this will be false, and this all will be true. Okay, this is done. Now this is the suffix part. Now we will do the same for prefix. Okay, in this array our GCD sequence was 2, 6, 3, 3, 12. So this is our maximum prefix that is sorted. So these 3 elements is my maximum prefix such that my GCD sequence which I obtain is sorted. So similarly, just like I did for suffix, for prefix, this will be true, this will be true, this will be true, and all of this will be false. Prefix of I denotes that my elements from 0 to I in my A array will give me an ascending GCD sequence. Now, after calculating this, you need to check for each element. After removing it, do you still get a ascending GCD sequence or not? This is how you do it. Okay. Now, your array 26, 3, 12, 36, 48. Now, if I want to check that if is my GCD sequence ascending after removing the value 3, then what do I need? I need this suffix to be true, which means if I am removing my ith element, first requirement, I want suffix of I plus 1 should be equal to true, and this should also be true. So prefix of I minus 1 must also be true. If any one of these are false, which means even after removing this value, ahead or behind, there is a place where you are not getting an ascending order. So by removing this element, you cannot reach your desired result. Now, what if these two are true? Then you need to check one last thing. Okay, if I remove this element, what would be the GCD now of 6 and 12? So I get the GCD as 6. Now I have to check one value ahead and behind. GCD of this is 12. GCD of this is 2. So I need to check if 6 is in between 2 and 12. If it is in between 2 and 12, it means that by removing this value, I can achieve an ascending GCD sequence. So my answer would be yes. If after iterating all of the I values, I do not find a single value by which we can make a ascending sequence, so the answer is no. Now I'll explain the code for. Okay, first of all, if n is 3, the answer is always yes. Why? If I remove any value and I have two values left in my array, so I will get one value of GCD and one value is always ascending. So this is directly yes. Now I have two values, suffix and prefix. I keep on checking until the value is greater than its next value. Okay, and I keep assigning suffix I is true, prefix I is true. So after this operation, I will get that for every suffix is the array is the GCD sequence sorted if I am considering array elements from I to n, and for prefix I will get is the GCD sequence sorted if I choose elements from 0 to I. Now the checking part. For I is equal to 0 and n minus 1, you just need to check whether the ahead suffix or previous prefix is true or not. For other values, first of all, we need to check prefix of I minus 1 and suffix of I plus 1. If any one of them are false, you cannot consider this value. We need to see for new values. Okay. Then again, I checked corners, like for I is equal to 1, there will be no previous GCD. For I is equal to n minus 2, there will be no ahead GCD. But for all the cases, I will have a GCD before, which is this GCD. Then GCD ahead, which is this GCD. And then I just need to check whether GCD current is more than before and less than ahead. If it is, I print yes and return. That's my answer. Okay. I will put the link of this submission in the comments for you guys to refer. Thank you guys for watching.